Chapter 2: A Peaceful Mind Generates Power. At breakfast in a hotel dining room, three of us still to discussing how well we had slept the night before, a truly momentous topic. One man complained of a sleepless night. He had tossed and torn and was about as exhausted as when he retired. Yes, I better stop listening to the news before going to bed, he observed. I tuned in last night and saw the got and you're full of trouble. That is quite a phrase. And you're full of trouble. Little wonder he had a disturbed night. Maybe the coffee I drank before retiring had something to do with it. He mused. The other man spoke up. As for me, I had a grand night. I got my news from the evening paper and from an early broadcast, and I had a chance to digest it before I went to sleep. Of course, he continued. I used I used my go to sleep plan, which never failed to work. I prodded him for his plan, which explained as follows. When I was a boy, my father, a farmer, had the habit of gathering the family in the parlor at bedtime. He read to us about the Bible. I can hear him it. In fact, every time I hear those Bible verses, I always seems to hear them in the tone of my father's voice. After prayers, I would go up to my room and sleep like a top. But when I left home, I got away from the Bible reading and prayer habit. I must admit that for years practicing the only time I ever prayed was when I got into Jam. But some months ago, my wife and I have a number of different problems decided we would try it again. We found it very helpful practice. So now every night before going to bed, she and I together read the Bible and have a little sessions of prayer. I don't know what there is about it, and but I have been sleeping better and things have improved all down the line. In fact, I find it so helpful that even out on the road, as I'm now, I still read the Bible and pray. Last night I got into bed and read 20th Plasm. I read it out loud and it did me a lot of good. He turned to the other man and said, I didn't go to bed with an ear full of trouble. I went to sleep with a mind full of peace. Well, there are two cryptic phrases for you: an ear full of trouble and mind full of peace. Which do you choose?